Welcome to the channel, guys. My name is Franco, and in today's video I'll be showing you my process on how I split wood. Now, I researched wood splitters to death, and I found out that basically you have two types. You have your hydraulic type, and then you have a flywheel type. The hydraulic type is the typical wood splitter that all you guys are familiar with. It'll have a splitting head attached to a hydraulic cylinder, which will press against the log and split the wood. Now, the wood splitter I chose was the RapidFire wood splitter. This is a flywheel type wood splitter that has two 75-pound flywheels that drives a rack and pinion system. Now, the main advantage of having a flywheel type splitter over a traditional hydraulic type splitter is that it is 2 to 3 times faster in splitting the log while having the same amount of force. Now, I purchased my RapidFire off of Craigslist. It basically was brand new. The person only used it for about 4 hours. And I purchased it for, I believe it was about $1,900. Brand new from DR. They're about $2,500, $2,600, depending on the options you get on it. But I found mine on Craigslist. I'm glad I did because the thing was basically brand new. And it came with a maintenance kit, and I was all set. And I've been using it for the past year and a half or so without any issues. And I'm very happy with the machine. I have no complaints. Now, I already have about 3 to 4 cords already split and stacked that's been sitting for the past year or so. So I'm pretty much all set for this season. But I still have a pile of logs that have been drying for about a year now, and I need to take care of them. I just want to get them out of the way. So I'm going to share with you guys my wood splitting process. And pretty much, I think no homestead is complete without a proper wood splitter. Let's get to it, shall we? Alright, so since I'm on gravel, I want to lay down some tarps because after splitting a bunch of wood, you're going to end up with all sorts of debris throughout the whole area. This is the key right here. Just lay down some tarps. That way when you're done, you just roll it up and you can dump it somewhere. Another good thing is that all the stuff that ends up on the tarps is great fire starting material. Alright, so here's the wood splitter. I'll do a quick walk around for you guys. It's the DR Power Equipment K34 Pro XL. Has nice pneumatic tires. This model you can actually tow in the back of your vehicle. It does not come with the coupler. I had to add that myself. It has a Subaru 6 horsepower motor. So this is how you operate the machine. These 2 levers. So this is the safety, and then when you actuate that top lever, you bring it down, it will activate the ram, which will come forward and press against the splitting wedge. So before I operate this wood splitter, I usually like to lubricate the rack and pinion system with some lithium grease. So basically by hitting it with some white lithium grease, it allows it to retract back easily. Otherwise, sometimes it would get stuck in this position right here, and you just basically would have to push it back home. So I'm going to keep this handy just in case I need it, but pretty much I don't think I'm going to need it. Once you do it one time, you're good. So the logs behind me have been drying for about a year now, and they should be really easy to split. What I like to do personally is let the logs dry out for about 3-4 months at least before you try to split them. Trying to split green wood takes a lot more effort from the machine and yourself. Let the water weight dry out, they'll become lighter, they'll become easier to handle, and they'll just split right down the middle every time you run the machine. It's not gonna fight you. In the past, I've tried to split green wood, and pretty much the wood is very fibrous, so once they hang on and cling to itself, and you basically have to push through all the fibers. It's very stringy, and it does not want to split very easy, especially if you have a really hard wood. So pretty much I like to let them dry out for a little bit, wait until I see cracking and checking on the ends of the log, and that tells me it's time for them to be split. All right guys, I'm ready to start. I got my leather work gloves. Highly recommend leather. Otherwise, the gloves just aren't going to last. All right, so I'm going to get started. I'm going to show you how it's done. All right, things are going pretty good. So I want to show you guys something. So you have this log here. This is a crotched log or crotched wood. Some people say this machine can't do crotched wood. Well, if it's dry, it has no problem. The problem is if you have soaking wet green wood, you probably have a hard time going through this crotched wood. So I'm going to show you here. This is a piece of birch, crotched wood. I'm going to split it for you right now. There you go, guys. It does do crotch wood. It pretty much needs to be dry. I mean, even a normal cylindrical log, when it's wet, is difficult because of just the nature of the log is still wet and very fibrous and clingy. It does not want to split easy. So that just proved to you guys that people who say you can't do crotched wood with the DR RapidFire, there you go. Of course you can. Now, to help you figure out the length of the logs as you're splitting the wood, I put 2 marks on the work table of the DR. As you can see here, this yellow line here indicates 20 inches away from the splitting head. So as I put the logs down onto the machine, I can see right away what the size of the log is. That way, if it's longer than 20 inches, I will put it aside and cut those later on. My stove, the maximum log I can put into it is 20 inches. So I don't want anything really more than 20 inches. Alright, so now I'm going to show you how the DR RapidFire does with large diameter logs and large diameter crotched logs. So we have this one 17 inch, another 17 inch, 17 inch. This one here is 20 inches. And this one here that has multiple crotches in it, or crotches, this one is 19 inch. Or actually, you could say it's 20 overall. So I'm going to show you these being split and how well the machine does. Alright guys, so this is a massive log here. It's about 18 inches diameter, 22 inches long. This thing is huge. It was really heavy. It's probably about, I don't know, an 80-pound log. When this thing was wet, it probably weighed over 100 pounds. So let's give it a try. Sometimes you have to go multiple tries, especially hardwood, like oak and beech and maple. Oh, that's the belt slipping. But usually you give it a second try and it goes right through. See? Oh, crotch piece. Kind of irregular grain. Grain's not totally straight. Got a really curvy grain. Those are really hard to do with a knot saw. You gotta just position it just right. There we go. All right, guys, I think I got this thing stuck. I'll show you what happened. I was splitting a log, and then this piece right here that you see spun around and got caught between the ram and the wedge. Just as they split. And now this thing is stuck. It's totally locked up. I can't get this thing to move. I might have to cut this out with the chainsaw, but I'm gonna try something in a second. All right, so this thing is pretty much wedged in there. I'm gonna give it another try before I use the chainsaw though. As you can see, I'm standing on it and it's not moving. Can't get it to budge whatsoever. No, it's not going. All right, I guess I'm gonna try the chainsaw now. All right, I'm gonna be really careful and not hit the wood splitter with the chainsaw bar. I'm just gonna make a cut to relieve all the pressure. There we go. No damage. All right, so instead of messing around with taking apart the machine, easily I just grabbed the chainsaw, I made my relief cuts, and the thing popped right out with a crowbar. I have still a whole bunch of logs left over here. This is the pile so far. It's almost as tall as I am. But I still have all this over here left. Still got some oaks and some beech. So I plan on getting this done today. It shouldn't take me that much longer. I'm pretty much, I would say, halfway done. It's been about 3 hours now with this machine. And I probably went through maybe 30, 40 logs. You know, pretty big size. Some small ones mixed in there, but. So I'm gonna take a break, and then after that, I'm just gonna bust the rest of these logs out. And that's it for the day. finally got done with all the wood. I got a nice big pile here, about 6 feet tall and about 20-foot diameter. All done in 4.5 hours. Now, you wouldn't be able to do that with a regular hydraulic wood splitter. The DR RapidFire wood splitter really gets the job done in a quick and efficient manner. And pretty much it can handle the toughest logs. I showed you some crotched logs, some large diameter logs. These all were oak and beech wood, so this is pretty hard wood, and it took care of this without really an issue. So I highly recommend this machine. So if you have any questions or comments, please let me know. If if I need to make a follow-up video to cover anything that I missed, I may do that as well. So don't forget to subscribe to the channel. And if you like the video, please hit a thumbs up down below. And until next time, guys, take care and have a nice day.